What's up, game design? So, one thing you're going to be getting a lot more this unit, we talked about this, is more instructional time with me and more videos like this introducing you to each section. So, this is going to be a good way for the, first thing for you to do is look at the top of each lesson, see my face in the video, and then do it. So, this is going to be good for you. Watch the video really quick, and then that'll kind of give you an intro. So one of the craziest things is that the first lesson of cycle 1, it looks like I'm probably going to be at Georgia Tech at the robotics lab tomorrow morning, working with one of their professors on some stuff for our courses. So if that happens, you won't meet with me the very first time you have a chance to meet with me, which means you'll have 2 recorded sessions for the first week. I'm not happy about it, but it is what it is. So let's take a look at this first thing that you're going to be doing. So the first thing you want to do is click over into instructional cycle 2. It's early. I'm going to take this off draft right now. So there you go. In live, it has been published. And as long as you've taken your pretest, you have access to instructional cycle 2. So let's take a look at what you're going to be doing first. So we go to instructional cycle 2. We go to lesson unit 3. Now I have organized this by week, again, just for your convenience. This is just a pacing guide, so remember, it's not the gospel. You don't have to do exactly what by every single week, but this is how I would do it. If I was taking my course, I would try to do 1 week of learning, which is like what we're doing here. Then the next week you're doing all of your assignments, okay? And that just keeps it to where like you have a whole week to do your assignments, which is good because some of these assignments take a lot of time. So I was pretty disappointed at the amount of assignments that were turned in by Friday, but I'm hoping I get a lot more this weekend. But so you have we had like a 6-slide PowerPoint presentation. One of them had a video. I mean, so these activities are pretty hands-on and take a lot of time. So I'm giving you a full week to do them, which is way more time than you need. So, but let's look at week 1. So week 1 is pretty straightforward. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it right here. So what you're doing is you're just going through these 3.00 all the way to 3.03 are just, it's like instructions. So I'm going to go in here and show you what these look like, just like, and we've done a lot of these before. So hopefully you guys are really paying attention to these because this is where all of those interim assessment questions are coming from, by the way. Especially if you see, and they have really good graphics and stuff. You're welcome for that, by the way. I've tried to make it as graphic-y and awesome. But look, this is what you're looking for. These bold letters, these bold words, these are where most of my interim assessment questions come from. Now, I'm going to bring in a couple of them from the recordings because you should be watching the recordings. And I'll also bring a couple of them in from the assignments. But the majority are going to be these bold words. So write these down. Make cue cards. Do whatever you have to do to understand, like to really make sure that you know these terms, okay? And make sure you're reading everything. I know it's a lot of reading, but you have a whole week to do all these. So like if you did 1 section a day, I think if you look at your magic calendar, I think I pasted out. This is even if you printed this, it's like, I mean, it's like 3 pages of reading. That's nothing for a whole day, okay? So read the stuff, make the cue cards, put the effort in, take control of, some of your own learning. I'm not necessarily laying out the studying for you in this course. All I'm doing is I'm giving you the material, and then whenever we come to class, we're doing activities to practice this stuff. So remember, because we only have 1 live session a week, we're not going to be doing a lot of instruction in the course. We're going to be doing more activities, more hands-on stuff. We'll be playing some games and talking about them. So this is up to you, okay, to really make sure you get everything you need out of these sections. Now, the rest of week 1 is basically the same thing. 3.0 all the way to 3.3, same thing. It's just graphics, talking about gaming, and now we're talking about what is game design. So, we've talked about what games are. We've talked about what gameplay is, but what is game design? What does it really entail? And it's probably not what you all think. And hopefully this week clears that up. So now let's look at what your only assignment is for this week, I think. Yeah, so there's only 1 assignment for this week. It's 3.04 text questions. They're due on Friday, so make sure you get those in. This is one thing I wanted to highlight. Review questions are great. These are, I take straight from these on a lot of your quizzes and tests. So definitely keep these. But a lot of you are missing these critical thinking questions. You have to do these, okay? So they're not just there to like make you think, to like, oh, well, I'm just gonna think about it. No, all 10 of these are due. Okay, and then your discussion. Please post a question and answer on Unit 3 discussion boards. Some of you have been doing these, some of you have not. I'm going to update the grades for discussions very soon, probably by the end of the day today. So make sure you're doing those because they can impact your grade. I think they're worth like 5% of your grade overall, which, at the end of the day could be a lot. So that's like a little breakdown of your week one, of what you're doing this week in game design. Remember, you have all of the tools necessary in the OHS to pass this course. Not just pass this course, but like kill this course, and then like have a really good background of game design. But also want you to come to the live sessions because in the live sessions, typically, like I said, I'm going to give you some kind of hands-on activity to practice this stuff. Plus, you're going to get my perspective, someone who has been a game designer and worked in this industry for a long time. You're going to get my perspective. So I'm really excited to see you all in class. Like I said, if I'm at the Georgia Tech robotics program tomorrow, then I will not be there live, but you'll have a recording or a work through session with me, or I'll send out an enrichment activity. So this unit, remember, 2 lessons from me per week per your request, and then I just cannot wait to see all of you in class again. So I'm really excited to see you. But good luck with week 1, and I will see you in the week 2 video.